Hello. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I feel like it's been forever since I've been on Periscope. I'm trying to divide my time between Facebook Live and Periscope. I don't know if you've noticed, but Facebook Live, I'm trying to do more like makeup tutorials and things like that. And then Periscope, I want to leave more for just training. So that's kind of what's going on in my head there. Okay. Yes, I'm pinch proof today. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. I don't know what I think about it yet, but, hey, I'm not really going anywhere today. So it's just to keep my kids from pinching me. Okay. I am Cara Lewis Newton. I am a Black status presenter with Younique. If you want to know more about me or my business, check out my bio. You can follow me on Facebook under Cara Lewis Newton and YouTube as well. I am the team leader of Team Flourish. I've already seen some hashtag Team Flourish. These are my trainings for my team, Team Flourish. So when you join me with Younique, you get to be a part of that. But I also open this up to the entire company because I think we can all learn from each other and it's a lot of fun. So, all right. We are in a new training series. This is called Leading at All Levels. I'm so excited about this because I am partnering with one of my elites, Jessica Bates. So as soon as you get off of here, you need to go follow Jessica Bates because she is going to be taking 2 parts in the series this weekend, actually. She's amazing, and I have learned so much from her in the area of leadership, and she and I bounce a lot of ideas off of each other. And so the 2 topics she's covering, I consider her an expert in, so you definitely want to go follow her. I also would love it if you would swipe to the right to share or down or whatever. This is going to be a great series for anyone that is wanting to build their team. Okay, so, and I am by no means an expert in leadership, but I feel like I have learned a lot about it in the last couple of years. I've been to a couple of seminars on leadership, and what we're going to be talking about over the next 5 days, I think, is so key in understanding people and understanding how to get them to move forward in their business and in life in general, okay? So we're going to be talking about 5 different areas, and these are the 5 needs that most people, especially women, have. And if you can meet these needs as a leader, you're going to get so much more out of your team. There's Jessica. Everybody say hi to Jessica. She's fabulous. She's at work. If you don't know, Jessica works full-time and still rocks Younique like no one's business. So if you're a full-time working mama, you definitely want to follow her. Okay, so let's get started. So the first need is a need for authority. Okay, we all have a need to have authority over something in our life, to have control over it. With each need, there's also a fear. So we have a need and then we have a fear. And with authority, there is the fear of life being out of control. I think women struggle with this probably more than men. We hate the feeling of being out of control, no matter what area in life it is, whether it's our hair, whether it's our house, whether it's our kids or our marriage. The idea that something is out of control, we hate that feeling. So we have to have authority over something, right? Okay, the next lesson, the next session of this training is going to be on security. We all have a need to feel secure. The fear that goes alongside with that is anxiety. We hate feeling anxious. It is a horrible feeling. You guys have heard me talk about this before. The feeling of anxiety is something that we don't want. And so our need is to feel secure. Okay, so that's going to be the next session. The third session taught by Jessica is going to be on clarity. The fear that goes along with clarity is confusion. None of us want to live in confusion. It is a terrible feeling. We've all felt it, okay? And so we as leaders, we need to meet that need of clarity in the people under us. The fourth session, also taught by Jessica, is going to be on community. And the fear that goes alongside with that is the fear of being in isolation and how we as leaders can meet that need of community with others for our teams. Okay, and she's going to talk about that. And then our final session, which will be on Monday, which will be taught by me, is going to be on our need to feel respected, our need for respect. And the fear that goes alongside with that is the fear that we are insignificant. And so as leaders, if we can meet that need of helping them feel respected, then our teams are going to soar, okay? And not only that, you're going to be building some awesome powerhouse women if you can meet these needs, okay? All right, so let's get started. So number one today is on authority. So here's the deal. We all want to have authority over something. From the time we can start talking until our deathbed, we want to have authority over something. We want to have say in something. We want to have control. We hate the feeling of being out of control, okay? And so when you think about the people, even why you joined Younique, and when I think about a lot of the women on my team, okay, that have joined, a lot of them are joining for this need, and they don't even realize it. But the need is they feel out of control. They feel like there's nothing in their life that they have control over, that's just theirs, that they have authority in, right? Okay, so you'll hear this a lot. I wanted something that was just for me. Ring true, right? I mean, so many of us joined for that reason, and we didn't even realize it until a couple of weeks in, and you realize this is just mine. It's all for me. I have authority over this. Nobody else can tell me what to do. It's mine. It's not my husband's. It doesn't belong to my kids, right? It's just for me. That's our need for authority. That's our need to have something that we have total control over, okay? So as a leader, you need to make sure that you're aware of that. Women are not joining your team so that you can come in and tell them what to do, okay? You're not their authority. I have almost 1,000 girls under me right now, and I am not their authority. I am their mentor. I am someone that gives them direction, and I'm someone that points them in the ways to go, and I can say, hey, this is what's worked for me. This is how we've been doing it, and this has been successful. But it is not my job to say, this is what you need to do, okay? I am not their authority. We each own our own business, okay? So that goes along with your attitude as a leader, okay? Your attitude has to be empowering women, okay? What are you doing when you're empowering women? You are giving them authority. That's what empowering means. You're giving them control. You're giving them the authority to run their own business and fly with it. So, in a sense, you're letting go. When someone joins your team, you're actually letting go of a piece of your business, because you have to, as soon as someone joins your team, your mindset has to be, I am not their authority. Their business is not my business. I benefit a little bit from it, and in turn, they're gonna benefit from what I've learned from this business because I'm gonna show them what I've done, but I am not their boss, okay? So if you have someone under you that doesn't want to listen to anything that you say, that's okay. It's okay. It's her business. It's not your business. If she's doing crazy stuff on her Facebook wall, it's her business. It's not your business, okay? You have to remember that. Now, when they ask your opinion, you obviously want to say, this is what's worked for me. Have you thought about, here's what I'm doing that's working well, okay? It's not, this is what you need to do. This is what you're doing wrong. Okay, that's a boss, and nobody joins this business to have a boss, okay? How do we empower? So because you will have some that join your team that want you to be their authority. And your job is to empower them so that they realize they are their own authority, okay? Because there will be some women that are like that, okay? So how do you do that? Well, one of the ways I do that is I guide them to where they need to go, okay? So we have places when someone joins the team.
Can I get something?
Yes, you may. We have, a training, when someone joins the team, and to guide them in how to do this business. But I'm not going to show them every little tiny aspect of what needs to be done to be successful. Okay, that's their job. That's their job to figure that out, what works for them. So I don't answer questions right away. And some of my new girls can vouch for that, I'm sure. And some of you on Team Flourish who have been under me know that sometimes I don't answer a question right away. Now, some of that is because I'm very busy and I can't answer right away. But some of it is I look at a question and I think, I need to empower her. I need to not just say, this is exactly where you go and this is exactly how you do it. No, empowering her to be her own authority is waiting 30 minutes, maybe waiting even 3 hours. And you know what I have found? 99% of the time, they message me back and say, never mind, I figured it out. Do you know how empowering that is? It seems silly, but it is empowering. When you can figure something out on your own, you found the answer, and then you're going to be able to teach others and help others know how to do that. That is helping someone have authority over their own business, okay? It's giving them confidence. Confidence to say, I know what I'm doing. I can do this. I'm in control. I'm in charge, okay? All right. Another way to empower them to have authority over their own business. Acknowledge them for their good ideas. Make them an expert in a specific area, okay? That's what happened to me, people. I was empowered, the very first person, to acknowledge me, of course, was my sponsor, and then my Black Status upline for doing a really good job with online parties. And then you know what happened? I went to Unified, and a lady named Tracy Vallejos pulled me aside and said, what are you doing? And gave me the authority to teach a convention. Now, obviously, you can't do it to that scale, but that's what I'm talking about. Someone said, Kara, you're doing something really good, and I want you to teach others how you're doing it. And it gave me the biggest confidence boost. It helped me see I'm doing something right. I have authority in my business, and I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to teach others how to do this. So what you need to do is look at your team. Who's doing something awesome and say, you're doing something fabulous. I want you to tell the rest of the team about it. Make her an expert. Make her an authority over in a certain area. So maybe it's sponsoring. Maybe you have a girl that's a rock star at sponsoring. Give her the authority to talk about it to the team. Maybe it's something as simple as selfies. You have someone that is an expert at taking an awesome picture of herself. Give her the authority to talk to your team about it. Maybe it's videos. Maybe it's home parties. Okay? It's little things. That's how it started with me, was just little acknowledgments saying, you could be an authority in this topic, and let them fly with it. Okay? So that's another way that you can empower someone to have authority over their own business. Now, as you begin to grow teams, and I hope I have some elites on this training, but if you're not, listen, because you will be soon. Okay? As you begin to grow elites on your team, this is really important. It is important that you always have the mindset that you're going to let them leave, okay? And that is hard because you have to set aside your pride, okay? And say, I no longer need to be the upfront face authority to everyone on my team, okay? You're saying that I'm going to give authority to other people and let them lead. So something I did recently on Team Flourish was I met with my leaders and I said, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about shutting down our main team page, the main Team Flourish page, to any more posting, except from me. I'm the only one that can post on the team page. That was really hard for me. One, we have great relationships on that team page. And my uplines will tell you, Team Flourish had something that you don't see often. And that is a ton of activity and just constant relationship building and the flowing of ideas. But here's what was happening. Because all of that activity was happening on my team page, it wasn't happening on my leaders' team pages. And the leadership and the authority was resting with me and not with my leaders. And so my decision to shut down Team Flourish, the page, was made almost 100% because I wanted my leaders to start leading and to have authority of their own businesses. Okay, so I created a circle page for Team Flourish, and then my leaders started really flourishing on their team pages because I had just given them the authority to leave and to lead. Okay, and so sometimes you have to do that. You have to say, you know what? It's time for me to step back, and it's time for you to move forward and start leading. Now, what does that mean as far as when do you start a team page? Well, again, there's no authority on that. And I think sometimes we look to our top leaders to give us the authority to, well, this is when you should do something. I think it's different for every team. You know, for me, I encourage my leaders when they hit green status to for sure have their own team page. It creates camaraderie within a team. It creates loyalty. It creates authority for that leader. Okay, but I also have some blue status presenters that have got like between 15 and 20 people on their team, and just logistically, they need to have a team page. You know what? That is their call. If you decide to have a team page with 3 people on your team, I don't recommend it. It's not what I did with my business, and it's not what I have found has worked. But guess what? I'm not your authority, and you can do whatever the heck you want. It's your business. And the moment you start taking control, the moment you start seeing that you are the authority of your own business, that is when your business will start to soar. I promise you that, okay? So, authority. Everyone comes onto your team with the need for authority over something. Okay? It is your job as their leader to help them find that, to give them that authority, not take it away. All right? So that was our first session. I hope it was helpful. Any questions on that? I would love to answer any questions you have about that. Again, I'm no expert. These are just things that I have learned, and I'm really excited about the upcoming topics. What's on my eyes? They're the two greens. Can't remember. Sorry, because I never wear them. They're pigments. Thanks, Jessica. I can't wait for your sessions. They're going to be awesome. All right. Any other questions? I'm sorry I don't know the colors on my eyes. I'm actually going to post a picture on Facebook after this, and I'll put the colors. I'll go find them. But you know they're pigments because I love pigments. Yes, I think one is famous. Thank you. Thank you, Christy. When is the time to let leaders lead? I think, like I said, as soon as you have someone join their team, they're a leader. They're a leader. As soon as they join Younique, they're a leader of their own business. And so constantly having that mindset that my job is to empower you to take authority over your own business. Hi. Hello. Any other questions? Good, good, good. One of the things that I'm really working on is, that how to empower someone who does not seem to want empowered. Guess what? Sometimes you can't, and you let them go, and you just let them, let them have control. How do you build a leader? Well, I think that's what we're going to be talking about over the next 5 days, is just meeting these needs in people really helps set the platform for building a leader. Now, specifically and logistically, I will be honest with you. This is an area that I am growing in. I am learning what it takes to build leaders in this company. And I think one thing that's always important as a leader is to be able to say, what I'm doing may need to be changed. And so I'm in the midst of refiguring my business and realizing that what I have been teaching and what I have been doing may need to be changed. And so you've heard me say, sell, 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 sell. I'm not changing that. I stand firm on the fact that you have to sell this product to build a team. People will join you when they see you selling the product. And if they join you and you're not selling the product, you have to be able to teach them how to sell it. Okay, that's the bottom line. However, I am learning now that there has to be a combination. You're going to find leaders who focus solely on recruiting, and you're going to find leaders like me that focus solely on selling. There has to be a combination of the two. And I'm currently learning a lot about that, seeking a lot of wisdom, trying to figure out how we bring those two things together, because man, if I could take some of the brain from someone that is an amazing recruiter and combine it with my brain, which is sales, good heavens, what kind of a business could you have, right? And not to say that I don't recruit. I have 143 personally sponsored, but I have struggled to duplicate that with my team. And so I'm working on that. And I think it's important as a leader that you recognize the areas that you need to work on, and also recognize that this has not been a strength of mine, and I'm looking to some of my leaders to help me with this. And I want to give them authority to speak into this issue. So does that make sense, and how to build leaders in that sense? Yes. So technically, I mean, what has always been told to us is that the team pages that your girls should be added to are your Black status upline, okay, and your elite. If you're not an elite, then whoever your elite is. So those are the two things. For us on Team Flourish, it's Black status upline, either my circle page or your elites page, and our Launch Together training for new presenters. So everyone on my that enters Team Flourish gets added to 3 pages. All right. Handling differing and conflicting opinions on downlines. you know what? I think that's when you have to start things out with, here's what's worked for me. Here's what I know has been successful for me and some other people on the team. You are free to try other methods. And that's something I have been learning. You know, I'm an online party girl. That is where my sales come from. I also know that that doesn't come easy for everybody. And so I'm really learning that vocabulary of, here's what works for me. Here's what I know has been successful for me and some of my girls, but feel free to try something else. And please tell me what works so we can talk about it. Okay. So it's really empowering them. You know, if you find something that works, let me know. I want to showcase that. I want to tell people that you've found something. You know, differing opinions is good. It's a good thing. It's hard, but it's a good thing. Do I do training? All of my training is on YouTube under Kara Lewis Newton for my parties. Are you allowed to have pictures of different brands? I've never been told that you can't. Oh, girl, that's a loaded question. What are my tips on increasing sales? Go search on YouTube, and there are so many Periscopes that have been recorded on sales and how I get the sales that I get. Yeah. But I mean, I could sit here all day and talk about that. That's my passion. That's what I love. I love the online sales portion. But it's also important that I understand that there are other aspects to this business that as a good leader, I need to be able to know and speak confidently in and teach other women how to do, like recruiting. Because that comes naturally for me, I know that does not come naturally for everybody. And so I need to be able to use verbiage to explain how to do it. We have a training that all of our girls, so everyone that joins Team Flourish is added to a training, and it's a week-long training that myself and my elites run together. I'm guessing that when Jessica gets to the clarity portion, she'll probably touch on how we train our girls just a little bit. She's not going to give all her secrets away, but she'll explain how being organized in how you train your girls and doing it uniformly just really cuts down the confusion. So she will definitely be talking about that. I'm positive of it, because that has been a huge part of being on our team, is cutting out the confusion for new presenters. So definitely stay tuned for that. It will be this weekend when she gets on and talks about that. How can you encourage new presenters to make videos sooner? I think from the part of it is you doing videos. Okay. So when people join my team, they have watched me do my business. They know I do videos. So I'm not having a ton of people join my team blindly, not realizing that that's what it takes in this business. So I think making sure that you're putting yourself out there really helps, because when girls join my team, they know that videos are kind of part of the business. So I hope that helps. And I always have them start with just doing a welcome video. It's a 30-second welcome to my launch party welcome video. That's a pretty easy video to start with. Okay. Any other questions? Colors on my eyes. I don't know. I don't wear these colors. So I'm going to post a picture and I will put the names of the colors on my Facebook wall. So if you're not following on Facebook, you can, please don't friend request me. That was another thing I wanted to ask you real quick. And don't friend request Jessica. We need those spots in our friends list for our customers. But if you follow us, you're going to see everything. Like, you won't miss anything if you just push the follow button. Okay. And don't ask to be in the Team Flourish page, and don't ask to be in my beauty base or any of my parties. Okay. That's just a lot. That is a very time consuming activity for me. So, to have to sort through who's with Unique, who's not. So if you could just not do that, that would be really awesome. Thank you. Jessica Bates. So you can follow her on Facebook. She runs an awesome business. And you can follow me on Facebook if you want to know what colors are on my eyes. I will be posting that after this is over. So, okay, there she is. Hello. Yes, part of our training is to encourage them to make videos. Yep. Yes, and go follow Jessica on Periscope. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. Tomorrow, I will be back on here. talking about our next topic, which is, let me see, security and how we meet that need in the people on our teams. And then Saturday and Sunday, Jessica will be on here talking to you about clarity and community. And then I'll be up here on Monday closing it up for you. So they'll be real short, just like this, unless there's a lot of questions. But hopefully it was helpful. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow here again around 10 o'clock to talk about security and how we lead. All right. Thanks, ladies. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you tomorrow.